Ladies and gentlemen, you are lucky individuals. You get to be here for number one, day one, the first episode of Happy Go Lucky. Our host, Josh McPherson, your host here with you, as well as Ashley Bissell. Ashley, how are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm excited.
Thank you. Thank you for being here. She is a very intelligent woman who's here to give you all her advice on how to be the princess the Disney movies told you you would be.
And then Josh will just come and crush your dreams.
What does that mean?
That's what you do. Every time I'm like, I remember you saying when we first started dating, you were like, I don't know. I think I was always watching Disney movies and you were like, you know, like life isn't like this.
It's not.
Just like crushing my dreams. Just any chance you could.
Now, what this podcast is aiming to be is funny, but informative at the same time. You might learn something, but you might laugh a little bit too. Get a little bit of pee in your pants and a little bit of knowledge in the brain.
And cry.
Maybe some crying too.
Tears as you're pissing your pants.
But you might hear some of that in the background too. That little squeak right there, that's our new pup. And
Pepperoni.
We're trying to hide the squeak from you, but I think it might be nice to hear the squeak to get the feeling of that at-home feeling.
Our actual atmosphere that we're currently in.
Swagging out in. So what we want to do with this show is bring you guys two different perspectives, if you will. One from a handsome, devilish, charming, and amazing woman, Ashley Bissell, but also
a devilish and handsome and
keep
charming.
Keep going.
Sexy.
Keep going. Wow. Blanking out. Repeated mine and then blanked out.
That's all I got.
We've been together intimately for... Ooh, squeak. That could be sexual. Or, we've been together for...
That's the bed squeaking in the background.
Yeah, we've been together for, count it, 8 years.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You said to count it.
Got past the 7-year itch.
Is that a thing, though?
Oh, I remember. On our anniversary at 7 years.
You proposed to me on our 7-year anniversary.
That's why I did it, because I knew. I was like, I better do it now, because the itch is coming.
That's fucked up.
That's not true. I'm kidding. I'm a very sarcastic individual. You will get to know. I may say things that sound terrible, but...
That's all right, because I'm just going to give it right back to you. That's just how this relationship works.
I'm talking to the guests right now, just so you know. The guests?
Yeah, well, I'm also letting
listeners.
them know that if you're going to shit talk, I'm going to also shit talk.
True. So what we're going to be doing on this show here is just a little bit of everything. You know, we haven't really nailed down a format, but we just wanted to get together, do a show, maybe get some knowledge from our guests and listeners, but also, learn
about other people, other couples, other relationships, but also I feel like we're going to learn more about each other too. It's been 8 years, but I think we have more to learn.
Yes, we do. So, with that being said, is there anything you would like to say about yourself or about me or about anything before we get into this and kind of... Now, people are going to judge you for who you are. Are you ready
about myself?
I don't know. Do you want, some people to know stuff before you start talking? Like, you say some...
secrets?
I don't know. Not secrets. Just,
mean?
Say some shit about yourself that, I don't know, so people don't get offended by you, who you are as a person. So know your point of view. So, something I don't know.
I don't think I'm going to be the one that's offending people. I think you are going to be the one that's going to be offending people for
Absolutely
sure.
not. That's
I
not
really
true.
don't think it's going to be me.
We'll find out soon. But what we want from the listener, who is you, we want you to, communicate with us, hit us up on the old internet, Facebook, whatever it is you call it. I don't use any of these social medias, but
that's why I'm in charge of that.
She's in charge. So for all you creepy dudes out there who are trying to, say what's up, if you hit the podcast link up, you might talk to Ashley, and she might send you her used socks.
Ooh.
For only $7.99 plus shipping. She will send you her. I'm just kidding.
That's
but
it.
We could get into that market. We could do that.
That's all I'm charging. $7.99.
I mean, what do you got to do? All you got to do is wear them. You're not doing anything. You're just sweating in your socks.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah,
But my sweat is good sweat.
it's golden. Oh, it's golden.
Yeah.
My sweat is delicious. I
If
wouldn't.
a lot of people want it, supply and demand.
Would you buy? How much? Okay.
We should have an Instagram post about like who would buy sweaty socks from like. My feet are not cute though. That's the thing. Like you have to post pictures of feet and like make it like look cute and like attractive.
Okay.
And
No,
my
you
feet are
don't. No, you don't.
not.
Dudes are crazy. Like dudes will do anything. Dudes will. You could like have the dirtiest feet, and there's a dude out there who's like,
The
yes.
dirtier, the better.
Like yeah,
The
like
bettier.
there's fucking guys out
bettier.
there who are just like into like feeders, like dudes who just feed.
Feeders. That's
yeah.
what they're called.
Yeah, they're feeders. They're people who like. It's usually like a wicked skinny dude. I'm thinking like a
Feeders.
skinny white guy from like Alabama, who like lives in a trailer. Nothing against people from Alabama who live in trailers, but like that's the vibe I'm getting.
Remember when you were saying like, I should start off by saying like what I think people are going to be offended by, and then you just go ahead and say that.
No, but I'm not trying. No, I'm just saying like that's the when I think of this guy. Like I've seen this show. I'm thinking of
Where have you seen this show?
I don't know. It's like a skinny
Guys
white guy.
buying sweaty socks.
No, it's no. I'm talking about like
True life, sweat life,
sweat life.
foot life.
No, I'm talking about the guy who like feeds his wife is like always like a skinny white guy
Oh,
with like a tat. He's like got tattoos. He's wearing like a white
Feed
wife
his wife.
beater
Is that
or
what you
something.
said? Like
Yeah, like they feed her to
Yeah.
get her bigger because he's
Yeah.
like into her growing bigger.
that's disgusting. I'm sorry. I'm not really sorry, but that's fucking gross.
What like? Why would you be into that? Me feeding you?
No, I can't. Okay, I can't even like gain 10 pounds without like freaking out about it. I mean, it's fine. Like I've done it, but I just don't think that's the healthiest lifestyle to live.
I'll make you gain 10 pounds. Get some pizzas in you, some cheese.
Would you really be attracted to that though?
I don't know. I feel like it's a challenge now. Like if my goal, like if I turn it into a goal, like my goal is to get her fat. Like then it could be like a fun.
I don't think I would do that. I can't even get to that point. I don't like being bigger than I am.
I would lose interest in you sexually, but maybe I would gain interest
okay,
in you.
That's gonna help our relationship.
I would gain interest in you as a challenge. Like it's like a job now. Like I got to complete the task. So once you hit 600,
why would I want that? That's so weird.
because you'd hit 600, and I do
you
like a
put it in the
documentary about it. Like I do like a cool documentary about you hitting 600 pounds. Probably make some cash.
I don't think you'd be making that much, and I don't want to do that. So let's move on from that.
Miles, what do you have to say about the squeaky toy that you have over there? Interesting.
Interesting.
Can I have the squeaker? Thanks, bro. Go get it. Now, I already got lost now. We're talking about feeders. This is not what the show is. It's not about feeders.
Feeders. Oh, I thought you said like feeters, like the
No.
guys that were buying the socks, like feeters. That's why I was like, oh my
No.
god, I didn't know that that's what the name was.
We might have to post this episode. That's funny.
Feeders.
That's fucking hilarious. No, like feeders. Like
okay,
feed.
I thought you said feeters.
feeders. I'm a feeder. I really like women's feet.
Yeah,
Okay. I
that's
see
what
where
I
we're going
thought
here.
you were
I see
saying,
where
and
we're
I was
going
like,
here.
oh, that's creative. I think
Okay.
not realizing that you said like feeders, like people that are literally feeding people. I thought it was like people that are into feet.
No. It's okay. See,
Thank you.
I forgive you. What did you? What? If you had to bring up a topic, what was your? We started this, and we didn't want to do like a planned out show, like a regimented.
No,
thi-
I wanted.
Ashley
to.
wanted to do a planned out,
You
regimented show,
Don't like doing
but
that.
I'm of the opinion that realness,
Real talk.
that real talk is more. It's more enjoyable to me as a podcast listener than someone who's like
Is that a name of a podcast? Real talk.
probably. There's like a million podcasts, so I'm
I
assuming.
heard statistics today that there's over 600,000 podcasts.
Yeah, because that's just like how easy it is. You can just grab a mic and fucking do it, and then everybody's trying to get famous. Our goal is not to get famous, although if we get famous, I will take that cash gladly. But the goal is not to get famous. The goal is more of a building our relationship, to get to know each other more on a level that, you know, if you do a podcast, you're going to talk stories, you're going to learn about each other more.
Yeah.
It's just a way to keep the relationship fresh, if you will. You know, you hit 8 years and you gotta keep it going. You got to keep it strolling, if you will.
Do we want to say our ages so people know like where we're at in life?
How shot we are? Okay, that's fine. I'm 29.
9. Literally at the end of this week, this Saturday, 29.
Bam.
Almost 30. How do you feel about that?
I feel pretty good. You know, I feel like 29 is a great number because like you're done with your 20s, but you're not 30 yet. But like you're just kind of like, all right, like you take a look back.
You're
like,
ready.
I did my 20s, and there's not much more to do for that. So let's get into the 30s. I don't feel old. I don't feel decrepit. I feel ready to go.
You don't wake up in the morning and your body's aching.
I mean, I wake up like I want to go back to bed, but I don't wake up like, fuck my life. I like my life. I'm happy. I'm enjoying my life so far. That's about it for right now. What about you? What's your age?
So I'm 26.
18. Ashley's 18. I'm killing the game, bro. Okay.
No, that
means I've been with you since you were 10.
Big gap, yeah.
It's probably illegal. It is illegal.
That's weird. No, we're not gonna say that. Oh
Okay.
my god.
So you're what, 26?
He's like a billy goat.
So for all you dudes out there, imagine that, like a 26-year-old, like you're creeping right now. You're buying the socks. It's a 26-year-old female.
Why do you take it there?
Sorry, this is what I'm talking about. I don't know if we can do this because
you always take it as something.
I take it
creepy.
too far.
I think you're just so used to talking to your guy friends online that you think that that's what everybody wants to hear, and I don't know if that's what everybody wants to hear.
I think it's working in a warehouse, but also like having a close group of friends that talk shit.
Most of the people that work in our warehouse don't speak English, so
no, but still, like in a warehouse environment, you get like that more.
Who are you talking to like that? Because you've talked to 3 people in the warehouse.
This is what I'm talking about. This is a good perspective. We get your perspective and my perspective on everyday issues. Mm-hmm. It's great. Who doesn't want that? So you can come here to get some news, maybe get some.
Did you see a cool news story recently?
Oh, definitely. I got you right now. So, with the warm weather.
Yeah. Okay. So we live.
What are you talking? Why are you telling everybody where we live? You're gonna get killed. It's episode 1. You gotta build it up. You gotta build it up. You gotta get the like.
I like putting the info out there so people know.
Okay. All right.
Especially if you're gonna talk about the fucking weather.
Build the lead, bro. That's all I'm saying. Anyways.
Oh, I wonder where they live.
Okay. Where do you live? You want the street address too? Our phone number? What's our phone number? You want to give them that too?
Okay, you're being ridiculous.
All right, go ahead. What do you got?
So we live in Massachusetts. So the winters here are fucking rough. Like sometimes negative degrees.
Okay, so for all you people in Maine talking about like this bitch is such a pussy.
Right, no, I know. I mean Maine and Canada, like Michigan, it gets all of that.
Minnesota, like
yeah,
it's like 20 states.
Right. There's a lot, but Massachusetts is like I feel like it's known for being like the weather is kind of crazy here, or maybe it's just because I've lived in Massachusetts like my whole life. But
it's not too bad. I don't
but
mind.
yeah,
it.
no, okay. So the winters are bad.
Yeah,
they're rough. So right now that we're finally getting like warmer weather, it's like almost the end of May, and now we're getting like 70s. And everybody's freaking out because we're like, yes,
yeah,
finally some warmer weather.
Okay. Well, with that warmer weather, it looks like here a great white shark pings in Long Island Sound for the first time ever. Okay. So we got sharks coming up to Long Island. That's in New York.
I mean,
but hold on, there's more to it. It's more than 500 pounds and nearly 10 feet long. Okay.
That's a massive shark.
My question to you is, you're in the water.
Imagine seeing that.
Hold on. You got a shark. We got a 10-footer boy. We got a 10-footer boy coming at you. He's doing the whole jaws.
500 pounds.
Yep. The fin is coming back and forth.
This is close to us. Like this could happen.
Saying. There's been a lot of sightings on Cape Cod of great white boys. Okay.
Great white boys. That should be like.
That's what I want to call the sharks. They're great white boys. Like,
great white boys.
But anyways.
Oh no, that's kind of like.
So you got a 10-foot boy coming at you, fin in the air, doing its thing, or fin off the water.
Have you ever seen a shark in real life?
I'm trying to give you a scenario, and you just.
Okay, well, I'm just curious.
Have I seen a shark? No.
No.
Never. Like in real life,
Even
no.
in like
No,
aquariums.
aquarium,
and
yeah, that
stuff?
doesn't count though. It's stupid.
Oh, okay. All right,
Not
go
a great white though, I don't think.
No, I don't think that they don't survive in aquariums like that.
What do you mean? Why wouldn't they survive?
They die.
They die?
Yeah, no, I swear to God, I watched a documentary about this like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but I watched a documentary about flat Earth. It doesn't mean anything.
Whoa, okay.
Well, let's hold on.
No,
Fuck
but
a shark.
this
fuck a
is
shark.
legit.
Fuck a shark. Fuck a
Like,
shark.
if you look it up, it's a thing.
I fuck a shark. How do you feel about flat Earth?
Oh, so we're just done with.
I want to because it just hit me. I want to hear what you feel about flat Earth.
It's not.
Oh, how do you know?
Because I've seen pictures of it.
Okay.
They literally send astronauts up into space and they took pictures.
False.
You think every single picture that the astronauts have taken is false?
No.
Even with all of those movies, all of those, like we just watched a thing on Netflix with the like 90 Days Out or something, and they were showing like Mars and like all of those images like real time.
False.
Okay.
Computer generated images.
You're just saying this for the debate.
I'm not saying for debate. There's literally, I'm serious. They get the data and they create an image.
The Earth is not flat, so all of the planets.
I'm not saying it is.
All of the planets are flat.
No, I'm not saying that. I don't fucking know. I'm just saying there's people out there. I'm not taking a stand. I'm not like wearing the T-shirt. I'm just saying there's people out there who think the Earth is flat.
And I don't agree with that decision.
But the whole debate about it, you know, some people say, "Oh, you're fucking crazy if you think the Earth is flat." But what I think the whole thing brings out in people is you have to question what you learned. Well, you just learned something, right? You learned the Earth is round. Have you ever seen the Earth being round? You just were told the Earth was round, right?
Yeah, okay, I get it. But also, I just feel like it doesn't make sense.
No, I don't think the Earth's flat either. But do you see what I'm saying? Like, everything you were told as a kid, the history books, all this, everything they're telling you, you just were told that, and then you believe it, and then you grow up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's things that I've learned, like, now that I'm older, that I learned in school or that I was taught in school that's just, like, completely wrong. I don't know. I can't, like, make up a situation right now that I, like, know for sure, but, like, there's definitely information that I was fed when I was younger that I learned now that's just, like, bull.
Like the whole Christopher Columbus thing.
Right.
And the whole, like, how America was founded and all that stuff. Like, you learn, you think, like, damn, we're the good guys.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I think some of that's kind of like a propaganda kind of situation. They want you to think that you, like, live in this great country and that everything is just, like, perfect and everybody wants to live here and everybody wants to be us.
But I think
and
it's
then you
true.
learn that there's some craziness that's happening, like...
Here we go. Go ahead. Current events with Ashley Bissell. Go ahead.
Like George Washington, like, owning slaves and, like, shit. Like, they don't say that in school. They're not telling you that... I mean, they did talk about slaves, but they didn't say, like, George Washington, one of our presidents, like, owned slaves. They weren't talking about, like, specifics.
No,
and, like,
yeah, but I'm just saying...
Or that
like,
they were growing pot in their backyards.
That's true. I mean...
I just wish that they were more real.
Yeah, but if you're a kid, like, you tell your kid about Santa Claus, you know, you gotta create this story to save the innocence of a child. So you're in first grade, like, the Pilgrims landed on the rock and they gave the Indians corn, or the Indians gave the Pilgrims corn, and then we snuck on them with this. What did we get? Smallpox. That's savage. Like, yo, let's get these guys. Let's rub Dirty Dan over there in the corner with fucking these blankets and go give them to Squanto, dude, and just rack them. That's crazy. That's what I mean. Like, you learn that stuff, and then you learn later. It's like your whole life you're set up to get disappointed.
Yeah.
Like, Santa
For
Claus.
everything.
Santa Claus is real, and then, like,
Easter Bunny.
he's not real, bro.
Fairy,
Your mom's been lying to you for 9 years.
All of that shit. There's so many holidays that are created about these imaginary creatures.
Yeah, it's true.
Beings.
Do you think that's good for...
No,
a
I
child's
don't. I
development?
think we are lied to at such a young age. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's bittersweet because you are told one thing and then you learn that it's something else, and, like, learning that it's something else and like kind of being disappointed, maybe that kind of sets you up to just be
Like
disappointed
life?
your whole
Hey,
life.
that's true. That's deep.
Maybe.
You have a point there. That's true. But
I also think it's fucked up. And you're also like teaching your children to lie at like a young age too.
I don't think it's to lie. I think it's to you're all of a sudden the person they trusted the most.
Yeah, but it's such a cycle. Like, so your mom tells you that there's Santa, and then you grow up and you realize that Santa's not a thing, and then you tell your children that there's a Santa. It's just like a never-ending cycle.
So if we have kids,
Just
we're
a
going to tell them
never-ending
there's Santa?
fucked up cycle.
Are we going to tell them Santa exists?
I don't know.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Are you going to do that? You're going to say...
Do I want to ruin it for them?
Do you want to start it? You can't ruin it if you never did it. I guess they're going to learn about it.
They're going to learn about Santa.
They're going to come to what's Santa?
But do we tell them at a really young age that that's not a thing? And then are they going to be the kids that go around on the playground telling their friends, like, Santa's not real?
Maybe. But they'll also be the kid who, like, is real.
Keep them informed. Yeah. Should they be the kids that are just informed about Santa issues?
Like, yeah, little Johnny's pretty chill. Like, he just says what he feels,
Little Johnny.
Yeah, whatever.
Little Joshy.
There you go. He just says what he feels, Like, I don't know.
He says what
we're gonna figure out parenting on this podcast here, but we're not
ready to get into that.
No, we don't have kids. We have dogs. We're dog parents, but other than that, we ain't no.
Depends how long this podcast goes for.
Oh damn! Go to the sixth year of us doing this. We got fucking 2 kids. I'm freaking out. I'm just shot, yelling, screaming. Can't even wake up. Like always sleeping.
Is that what you think is gonna happen when you have?
I don't know. Everybody's like, I feel like everybody who has kids is like, I don't fucking sleep. Like, I never sleep.
Yeah, but you created these beautiful humans that are half yours, half the person you love.
No, I get it. Like, I'm not saying, like, I don't... Yeah, I like kids and all, but, like, it probably, like, sucks sleeping for 3 hours all week.
That doesn't happen the whole time.
I don't know. I'm just saying. Most people, like, the way the TV shows make it sound and the way, like, the meme is going is like, oh, you don't sleep ever.
Yeah.
So... And I fucking love sleep.
I think there's a way to prioritize different things, but...
You're going to prioritize? Well, yeah, but you're different. You wake up, you could sleep for 5 hours and be good.
Yeah, no, I'm totally fine with that.
I need to go deep, sleep.
Yeah, you need like 10 hours, something ridiculous.
Deep in the trenches, come out a new man. It's like a bear, a hibernate.
You're always so much nicer when you get like half a day's worth of sleep.
You like that? Yeah, see, exactly. I'm a sleep boy.
Sleep boy.
A great white boy, a great sleep boy.
Sleep boy.
A sleep boy. Okay. So what did you want to bring? Because I feel like, my whole thing for this show, I want to bring some stories. I want to bring some...
Well, your stories are good, though.
So I'm not going to tell half the stories on this podcast because I've done that before. I've done a podcast before this podcast, and I got too personal, told too many weird stories, got drunk on it, fought, did all this. Just
fought?
Yeah, this episode. Yeah, this is those old, like, back then, I feel like I was too much, shared too much of my life. I don't need that.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to tell you guys what it is.
So what is it that you want to talk about then?
Hold on. We're going to you right now. I'm going to bring my little stories that I want to share. Some new, we're going to do some news, some current events. Because I think Ashley does not keep up on the news or current events, which is okay. I think that's the way to live.
I think it's just too much sometimes.
Yeah.
It's a lot of negative just information in your face just constantly, and I don't think I need that in my life. I'm not like a super happy person to begin with, so I think those things would like really affect me.
Well, I don't want to bring news that is going to bring you down.
Well, no, but I think anytime you go to a news page, there's, I don't know, like 20 things that are awful, and then there's only a couple of things that are like interesting and cool.
Oh, yeah, but I want to bring like goofy stories, silly stuff, fun stuff.
Yeah.
I want to have fun with the show. Bring some comedy, bring some laughter.
I think you're the one, you bring the comedy, and I'm going to be the one that brings like the realness. And
that scares me. And that scares Miles, too.
That's just how this relationship is, too, though.
Interesting. Okay. So what do you want to bring to this? What is your goal? What do you want to...
I want to talk about relationships, not just like couples relationships, but like friendships.
Okay.
Like that kind of stuff. I want to get deep.
Yeah.
Deep.
Okay.
Deep in there.
Okay.
And like open up some real conversations.
And we'd like to bring guests onto the show, maybe interview some people.
I'm dying to interview people.
And I think the focus of the interview is more of about relationships and maybe how they feel about relationships. So the focus of the show, I guess at the end of the day, is on relationships. But I don't want you to tune into this and think, oh, they're going to talk about how to kiss your boyfriend.
No.
It's more of a, let's have fun. Let's talk about relationships. You get to know us and our relationship.
Yeah, like how many of my friends are sucking their boyfriend's ball sacks? That's what I want to know.
Okay, like that what we're going to talk about on this show?
Maybe.
It's going to be weird if, like, there's a girl in here that I know the guy, like, I'm friends with him, and now I got to think about...
But why? Why can't we talk about those things? Sex is such a huge part of relationships that, like...
Yeah, but I don't want to think about my boy John over here getting fucking his balls licked up. I don't need that.
Why?
Because, like, I just don't want to think about it. Like, I got to see him every day, and I got to see her. Like, if it's a person I know...
it would be interesting to, like, converse about.
Yeah, if we, like, if we go down the street to, like, a Dunkin' Donuts and get, like, the Dunkin' Donuts cashier and we interview her... That's one thing. I don't talk to her.
Random people?
Yeah, some random person. But if I'm interviewing my buddy...
Randos?
Yeah, and he's like, I'm like, hey, like, dude, I know him for 5 years.
Okay, well, that's fine. So we can talk to randos about ball licking, and then we can talk about deep conversations with our friends.
I'm just going to go hang out.
Like, I want to talk to, like, we have a couple, or, like, I have friends that are a couple, and they've been together for almost 11 years, and they're not engaged. And I just want to know... like what that relationship is like.
Like the ball sucking?
No.
You're the one who started with it. You started at ball sucking.
I said the randos are going to be the ones that we talk about the balls.
Oh, okay. Definitely.
And then our real friends,
yeah,
we're going to talk about like real shit with.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay. I'm
just scared now. I didn't know where we're going with this. I thought that we were gonna have to make this an X-rated podcast.
Maybe I'll do. No, I don't want to break us up though. Not like literally break us up, but like I don't want to have just like a podcast with me and then just like a podcast with you. But that would be kind of cool, like a man
she's
cave.
Already trying to go solo. It's not even the end of the first episode, and she's taking it solo.
Man cave episodes, and then like chit chat episodes or something.
Oh, man cave episodes. So it's just me and some dude, and we're getting grizzly. Like, hey, how about them Cowboys?
Why does it have to be like that?
I don't know. That's what I want to do. That's my man cast.
Okay, that's fine if that's what you want to do.
Okay, yeah. What do you want to do?
And then the girls, I want to know who's licking their boyfriend's buttholes.
Okay.
I do. I just want to know those things because I feel like.
But do you think
you don't know until you ask, you know?
Does the world want to know who's licking whose butthole?
Why not? So when I listen to podcasts and they talk about stuff like that, I'm like super curious about like what's going on there.
Okay. All right. So if you are licking buttholes and want to talk about it to the internet,
hit us up.
And we'll interview you about your butthole licking habits.
Like you have a friend that said many a time.
Okay.
That he likes to lick that rim.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with it. I got no problems with that, but like what is there to talk about?
I just don't. I'm just fascinated by the idea that there are people out there that like getting up in that poo chamber.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It's just that's what people are into. I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. What is there to talk about it? Like, what are you like? Are you curious about the technique? Are you curious about like just why you're doing that?
The thought process.
What are they gonna say? Like, will they just like it? You know, like that's just what I want to do at the time. Like that's just what I'm into. You know what I mean?
Okay, great. But I'm not gonna know that until I ask.
Okay, so we're gonna get some essays on butt licking. All right. So that's our
FAQs.
That's our goal. That's our goal with the show. It might not turn into that, it might not become that, but that's our goal. So this episode 1, if you're lucky enough to be here from the start and do not know what's coming for the future, then we will see. We will see.
Lots of things are coming at you.
A lot of buttholes and a lot of booty holes. All right. So what's your relationship topic for the day then? What would you like to talk about?
Ooh.
Go ahead. Please, I don't know butthole. Like I'm not talking about my butthole on this show. It's not happening.
That's fine. You don't have to talk about your butthole.
Okay.
We'll just talk to your friends about their butthole.
That's fine. So what do you want to talk about? I know what we can talk about for relationship-wise.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Okay. What do you think is the most important thing in a relationship?
I don't think there's just one.
If you had to choose one thing, what do you think it is? Gun to your head.
Communication, probably.
Okay, everybody says communication.
Yeah, and I feel like it's such a boring answer.
But what does that mean?
I think it's literally like you actually have to talk to your partner. Like if something is going on, and I'm very bad at this because I keep things in all the time and I hold on to it like a little treasure chest until my treasure chest builds too much and then I explode everywhere.
Okay.
But yeah, no, so communication. So like if there's really like an actual issue going on and you're like really freaking pissed about it.
You can swear. You can swear on this show.
Yeah, and you don't talk to your partner about it and you just hold that in, girl.
Why is it why is it girl? See, ooh, I like this. Now we can dive deeper into this subject. You said girl, and I think you view a relationship from a girl's point of view, which is obvious.
No, I think it was just girl, like just anybody.
Oh, just like girl, like
yeah,
even
like
a gay guy or
G-U-R-L, not
even like a guy, anything, like just girl.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. But
like, why does everybody say, "Hey guys"?
I see what you're saying. So communication. All right. Now hold on. As a man, in a relationship, I think I don't like using the word society because I think it's stupid.
So what would you rather say?
But society, just to get my point across, like the world, the expectations of the world on a man.
Just we as a people?
Yes, are different for a man, obviously, than for a woman. Of what a model man, like an upstanding individual man,
like a clay model.
No, like what you would look for in a man.
Okay, like 10 out of 10.
Sure, whatever. What is a 10 out of 10? Based off who tells you that? The TV?
No, I know it's going to be different.
Disney movie?
It's going to be different for everybody.
That's what I'm saying. But he's supposed to be like this rough and tough type of guy. Like he's confident, but he's sensitive.
No, I think that depends on that depends on who you're talking to.
I get it, but I feel like the general consensus, if you will, he's got to be confident, but he's also got to be sensitive. He's got to be like able to be like love you, but also know when to take action and like you know what I'm saying. He's got to be giving, but also like know when to take it type stuff. He's got to be left and right at the same time. A lot of qualities of a man, they want him to be both X and Y, like right in the middle.
Okay, and the expectations of the girl is out of control
and again,
too.
This is not my expectations. I'm just saying the general idea.
You guys want us? See, I feel like this is going down a deep path.
That's fine. That's what the goal of the show is.
Like, I think a lot of guys want these girls that literally look like supermodels, know how to cook, clean the house, like have these ridiculous bodies, have these crazy diets, and just like look incredible. Even if they're like 40, you guys want us to look like we're 25. And that's just not how the world works. Yeah, you see all of these girls on Instagram with all their fucking filters and all of their Photoshop. And you're like, oh, I want that. So you leave your wives, you go and cheat on them or whatever. Then you go hook up with these 25-year-olds and you're like, oh my God, they're fucking stupid. And you just hook up because you don't have anything to talk about.
Okay. I see what you're saying. But I agree with you on that, where a woman is expected to be sexy, if you will, for even when she's cleaning the house, you know, she's supposed to look good.
All the time.
But again, this is not what I think. But I think
but I think there's a lot of people out there that do think
like the way a magazine or any type of ad is going to portray it.
I mean, we can get into like,
but that's true. It's
what social media is teaching us, and I think too many people talk about that kind of that topic.
No, I get it, but that's the root issue. I think the root issue is validation from others, right? So if you want the validation, before it was a close-knit community, before the internet and, you know, everything, it was basically your neighborhood. you know?
Right. Like if you look at like my mom, like she wants nothing to do with social media because she doesn't fucking care. Like, why would she? She's 60 years old. She doesn't need that in her life. She knows who she is. She knows what she brings to the table, and she's hot as fuck.
But I think there's something to learn from that. Yeah, but your mom, she didn't have social media, so it's a different type of upbringing. Like, she didn't grow up with social media. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, a lot of people, not even our age, I think a little bit younger than us, but a lot of people have just grown up their entire lives. That's all they know is like...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, my nieces are teenagers now. One's in college. She's almost 19. And then one's 16. They grew up pretty much their whole lives with, like, social media. They had Facebook. They had Instagram. They had all of that. Snapchat. So their whole idea of what they're bringing to the table is completely different.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think the motivations are good these days. I think the motivations for people are all about other people. It's not about... They don't feel happiness unless other people are seeing them as, like, successful individuals.
What do you mean?
What I mean is the dogs, they need to go. All right.